Good morning, good morning. Hello, everybody. Very cool. Turn on the stream, and there's already 2 likes before I even got going. I really appreciate that kind of thing. And has everybody seen SPTV dot space? Oh my God, Fluffer Squirrel UK, you outdid yourself once again. Hello? SPDTV.space, everybody. That is a website that will live in infamy as far as Scientology is concerned. That is going to be one more nail in the cultish coffin. Hi, Lily, thank you. Thanks for subscribing. I really appreciate that. See how these cult members are doing. I already saw the prison van making a round. So, obviously, they don't need us to make them use the prison van. They do it all on their own. So, here's where it all happens. And there will be more locations. But, good place to start off is the prison van location. It's a really good area. And the prison van goes in another direction. So yeah, to all of my subscribers, I really urge you, go on sptv.space, where you can see exactly who's live streaming at all times, in all locations. And make sure you subscribe to everybody. It's really important for us to take this to the next level of societal awareness. Like, people are starting to learn about this because, one thing is to be here and to hopefully wake up some cult members and maybe save them from this horrible parasitic cult. But also equally important is that we educate the public about this. And it's not only about Scientology. Hello, Jessica Girl and everybody. Let me see who I'm missing. Lil Eve, yep. And yeah, so we need everybody to know, because as we see when people are walking by, there are a lot of people that know about Scientology. They know it's a cult. They know the deal, basically. It doesn't mean they have tons of information about it, but, you know, they've seen a documentary. They've seen Leah Remini's show. Millions of people are educated about this cult. Absolutely. But more millions of people really don't know much about it. They know some vague thing like Tom Cruise, John Travolta. They know either, oh, it's some weird cult thing, or they think it's a religion. You have a question? Awesome. I want to hear that question. Well, I won't hear it, but I'll read it. Please ask away. You got my full attention. Can I handle the suspense? Don't tease me like that. Where's the question? I live for questions. If you want to get my ego going, ask me questions. That's Hey, Fluffer Squirrel, I was just talking about you. Thank you so much for that website. My God. Do I think the LAPD have calmed down some the past few weeks? It appears that they have, yeah. The thing is, it's also that around here is not, this area around Big Blue is not the Hollywood division. But even over at La Poubelle, it seems that they've calmed down. My guess would be, oh, here we go. Mr. Death Warmed Over is back again. Awesome. So I think that they, in their private meetings with Scientology, my guess would be that they told Scientology to lay off on all the fake calls, to tone it down a little bit. And so, you know, I mean, at some point, the LAPD was going to have to tell Scientology to stop making fake phone calls. I mean, eventually they're going to have to do that, you would think. Because obviously it makes Scientology, it makes the LAPD look complicit in the crimes of Scientology. It makes them look like lapdogs. It's not a good look for people who want to appear to be tough and, you know, these armed dudes keeping the peace in LA, and here they are getting bossed around by a bunch of nerdy cultists, you know? That's not a good look for an authoritarian organization like the LAPD, or at least like the LAPD aspires to be. So yeah, I think the LAPD definitely has calmed down a little bit. It might be just a tactical, totally bad PR. Oh my God. Yeah, the worst PR. I mean, what could be worse PR than linking your name with Scientology? Okay, that's guaranteed bad PR right there. I mean, people love John Travolta, for example. Tom Cruise, not so much, but definitely John Travolta. And the biggest black mark on John Travolta, Scientology, 100%. Scientology is the one thing that makes John Travolta look bad. I'm sure there are other things like his sexual harassment of gay men because of his inability to come out of the closet and all that. We know that. But so that's a bad look. But even there, John Travolta has utilized, according to sources I've heard, John Travolta has utilized Scientology as muscle to muzzle his victims of his friskiness. So yeah, John Travolta has some bad stuff, but the worst thing about him, the force multiplier of bad PR for John Travolta is Scientology. Scientology makes every organization look bad. And especially an organization that prides itself on some kind of macho vibe, like a police department. They don't want to be looking like these Scientologists get pulled off the street for talking to non-members, right? That's what the LAPD looks like a lot of times. They look like lapdogs. And yeah, so the bad PR has definitely not been a good thing for them. MD Media is there too. Is MD Media a new one, or I'm not sure if I know who that is. But they must be on the other side of the building or something. Unless you're referring to a different thing. I'm assuming you mean a channel. A colleague. But anyway, here we have a dude trying to deliver something, and as usual with Scientology, these people come and they come to try to deliver things at Scientology. And oh, the driveway, okay, at what, the not that driveway, must be on the other side. Okay, well, I'll catch up with them. I'll take a walk. I will circle the premises. But yeah, it's one of the most common things, seeing delivery people not being able to deliver stuff to Scientology because they're hiding so much. They're not even available to take their own deliveries. It's like, how crazy is that? Oh, and here comes Mr. Death Warmed Over again with his disciples of love. What's up, Death Warmed Over? All right. Is he gonna have another catastrophe of driving? Is he gonna run over the curb again? Inquiring minds would like to know. His name is Michael? Okay. Awesome. Thank you. That is some nice information. Mothership incoming. Cool. And here's the delivery guy, still has not found where to deliver stuff. I guess if it's, can I get some legal advice? If I know interfering with the mail is a big problem legally. What about if it's not like the US mail? If you just say, yeah, yeah, that delivery's for me, right? Oh, do we have an Odo-like creature? We have a bicycle guard, I think. Yay. Could it be Odo? Oh my God, no. Tell me it is true. Is that Odo? They got to send a guy out on a bike to deal with the delivery. Can't just have somebody come to a door. Oh no, we couldn't possibly do that. Yeah. We have to send Odo out on his little bicycle. That's beautiful. There we go. So now we see the technology for Scientology to receive packages. They got to send a guy out on a bicycle to just intercept the delivery guy randomly wherever. And yeah, that's really normal. That really doesn't make you guys look weird and culty. That you can't just have an address and a door for people to knock on and deliver stuff? Are you for real, people? What the hell, man? All right. We also get certain people that seem to be gawkers. They are like kind of looking like tourists. Like they drive down the street really slowly, check everything out. This is another good thing about the public consciousness of Scientology. We saw it a lot at the Hollywood Testing Center before they got all cowardly and shut that place down, probably permanently. That tourists would come to look at Scientology like they would look at a freak show. Okay, I know we don't have freak shows anymore. Probably pretty politically correct to even say freak show. Who knows? I don't give a shit. But anyway, Scientology is the new freak show of the universe. When you want to see weirdness, when you want to see freaks, you come down to Scientology. So tourists from around the world would show up on Hollywood Boulevard to see Scientology getting slightly disrespected by the Squirrel Squad. And I would prefer to think of it as awakened. You know, when you're fast asleep and somebody comes to wake you up, it's common to kind of resist the awakening intention. But, you know, you can't sleep forever. Same with Scientologists, you know. And the thing is, if we can wake them up now, before they get to hospice stage and Scientology kicks them out, sends them away, trumps up some charges, gets rid of them, you know, then it's too late. You go straight from slavery to hospice, and then you're gone forever. Okay? Except you do get to go to Target 2 and hang out with L. Ron Hubbard, so that is a bonus. And you do know that you have spent your life clearing the planet with, you know, the only tools available to mankind to clear the planet. So that is some kind of consolation, obviously. But the thing is, if we can save some Scientologists, and word is that there's a big contingent about to leave. There's a lot of dissension. There's a lot of people figuring it out. The help sign that was put on this building a couple weeks ago, nobody knows who that was. But the thing is, when somebody puts a sign in the window that says help and they don't get helped, in Scientology, we know, number one, there was a witch hunt. And either that person was discovered, or, and if they were, it set off a wave of activity. Oh, there's Odo again, riding his little bikey poo. That's nice. That's sweet. I like to see it. Odo's saving the environment for all of us. And we need to be very grateful to him for his endeavors. And so anyway, here we go. Panmunjom style. You know Panmunjom? I probably am saying that completely incorrectly, but that is the place between North and South Korea, where the buildings are suspiciously similar in color to these buildings, and just about as active on an average day. Here's Mr. Death Warmed Over on another round of saving humanity. Hey dude, what's up? Mr. Death Warmed Over is one of those people that will not be saved, that will end up going directly from Scientology to hospice, if he's lucky enough. Chances are it'll just be one of these van trips. And Mr. Death Warmed Over, the driver of this van. Breaking news will take a second to write. Okay, breaking news, I am standing by. So here they come. The prisoners getting fleeced, getting ripped off, and having their lives put at risk by Mr. Death Warmed Over being their designated driver. Sounds like a lot of liability. I hope their insurance is good, because this is a guy who pulls out into the street and doesn't really look for incoming traffic the way you would hope a professional van driver would do. So oh, the judge, I thought, okay, is it the new judge that ruled that? Because I thought they changed judges and had to start all over again. Sorry for making you type more, because I know the last judge said it was, or is this in a different trial? I think that was, I can't keep it straight. The Leah Remini trial, the Jane Doe trials. But I know that the judge made a preliminary ruling saying the Scientology arbitration was unconscionable. And then David Miscavige's lawyer showed up the next morning and got the judge switched. And so then that ruling didn't become official. And now you're saying there's another ruling. So what I'm asking, is that the same case, or is this a different case? Because all it takes really is one judge to make that kind of ruling, right? It becomes precedent. if it's published or something like that. But anyway, oh, thank you for checking. No, don't be sorry about anything. I'm really thrilled to be getting live updates while I'm standing here. It's love the way we can put all this together. So let's see what we have going on over elsewhere. It's always nice to change up the view a little bit. Uh-oh. Greetings from Sweden. Hey, Magnus. I was just watching one of those one of those YouTube things about somebody taking a train from London all the way up through Sweden to Narvik, which I did once. So that was cool. So anyway, here we go. The Aaron is live. That's why I only got 9 people watching me. Because Aaron is breaking some news. Okay. I don't mind. All for the cause. It's beautiful. So. You guys can just keep me informed, or if you do, I'll be quite grateful. But what we need is one, and I'm not getting the breaking news like you guys, but what we need is one precedent, one ruling like this that creates a legal precedent. And there we go. We need that legal precedent so that Scientology ideally can never hide behind this arbitration BS. For one thing, the whole arbitration thing is not even an L. Ron Hubbard invention, I believe. The arbitration issue is something that Scientology, David Miscavige, I think, made up to cover his own ass. It's the SA case. Okay, great. Excellent. So it was the Leah Remini one, I guess, where they changed the judge. Correct me if I'm wrong. Again, I wouldn't be shocked if they charged a fee to ride in that shuttle, and if they also made it so that you had Jane Doe 1. Okay. Jane Doe, I think. Okay. One of the Jane Does. Yeah. Well, look, if this sets a legal precedent that other judges can refer to when they're making decisions, in other words, if Scientology permanently loses the ability to force this arbitration on people, then they're screwed. There's a lot of people who have not been able to sue Scientology because of that. Now, there are other issues, and I'm sure Aaron is talking about all of them, and I'm just free-ranging here. Yeah, exactly. They'll charge for the shuttle and make it mandatory to use the shuttle. That's a Scientology money grubbing setup, if you ever heard of one. But one of the things is it might not be an overall thing, because I think some of the arguments were that that these people were totally out of Scientology um, when the abuse happened. And like in some cases, the arbitration, the argument against the arbitration is that these people were no longer Scientologists, or they are no longer Scientologists now, whatever. There's a question of when you're in Scientology versus when you sue them, and well, in layman terms, what it would mean is that you set a precedent. Once a judge rules now that, and I don't know what country you're in, but once a judge makes a ruling, and there's certain rulings that set precedents, like they got to be published, and other rulings don't set precedents in the same way, whatever. But anyway, once oh, you're in Northern Ireland. Okay, yeah. So it's kind of like the British system of law, where things go by precedents, right? That you look at what other judges have decided on things. So up till now, all the judges said, well, you signed this Scientology arbitration agreement, so you are bound by Scientology rules. Even though people said, I quit Scientology a long time ago, they're like, yeah, but you can't sue them. You have to go through Scientology's legal system, which is totally controlled by Scientology. Like, you're never going to get a fair trial. It's not like Scientology arbitration is ever going to rule that Scientology made a mistake, right? It's impossible. It would never happen. So therefore, if the judge says it's unconscionable and throws out Scientology's argument that they have to go to arbitration, then that means that Scientology arbitration will be dead for a lot of other lawsuits. In fact, other lawsuits that were thrown out in the past could be reopened, subjecting to Scientology to even more legal danger. Okay, so we could get old cases reopened where judges threw it out and forced them into arbitration. And going forward, forget about arbitrating anything in Scientology because they're not going to allow it. So if it truly sets a precedent like that, yeah, it could be a benchmark, exactly. It could be a real breakthrough in the fight against the cult of Scientology. So yeah, let's hope that that's what it is. From my memory, I'm no legal scholar. I took one law class in college, and that was international law. But from what I've heard in other things, like I said before, there's something about when they publish the ruling or the finding or whatever, then it sets a precedent. But there are other times where they don't publish it and it doesn't set the precedent the same way. I think if a judge is saying unconscionable, he probably wants it to be a precedent, I would assume. I don't think this is the kind of thing where he's like, well, I think it's unconscionable, but, we'll let everybody decide independently. I don't think so. I think that's a really strong word for a judge to use in an issue like this. When you are slapping down a so-called religion, obviously a very fake religion, but you're smacking them down. And here we go. Forced arbitration is unconscionable. Ruled by the judge. Breaking news, breaking news. Spread the word, Odo. Gotta let Odo know the breaking word, breaking news, right? We need Odo to go inform his compatriots. Now, I don't know if there's any truth to the rumors that there is a massive lice infestation. Um, some people have said, don't quote me, that everybody in here has lice and they are shaving their bodily hairs, like you see with Odo's head. And this might be completely false. But just in case, you might want to cover your head if you enter this building in case there is a lice infestation, which again, I am not sure about. I have only heard rumors. And it does seem that there is a lot of, kind of smells like that lice shampoo here. Yeah, it could be scabies. That's another rumor. So we need to ask if any of you want to call any Scientology numbers, get an official response from Scientology about the allegations of lice and scabies at Big Blue. Please post it in the comments because Odo definitely is getting a little bit like those Manson girls. Yeah, that would explain a lot. Scabies would explain a lot. It would also explain all of the, staying away from people, because Scientology cares. And, they don't want to give their diseases to innocent people, of course, because they're saving the world. They would never willingly spread lice and scabies to the outside world, would they? Nah, they wouldn't do that because they're caring religious people, obviously. They're very caring. They are very spiritual and very religious. Lovers of humanity and all that is beautiful. And that's what we look up to them for, and that's why we need them to save the planet for us, because obviously nobody else can in the way they can. So the beautiful contribution of Scientology to Western civilization continues, and here we are recording these events. Believe me, man, I went through some life situations that just kept going on for months and months. I wish it was a 12-hour process. It was like, and then I'm telling my daughter, like, don't go near anybody, don't touch anybody. I take her to school after I get it all going. She starts going up hugging everybody right away. I'm like, no, I don't care how much you love the world. You don't get to hug your friends. That doesn't get to happen anymore until we're way past this lice event. Tried explaining that to a second grader. I guess now I see where the chalk tech was happening, because I can see somebody spraying down the sidewalk. Hey, sidewalks. Is that Odo spraying the sidewalk? Is that boy multitasking today? I mean, here he is collecting breaking news, riding a bicycle, picking up packages, now spraying off chalk tech. This is a Renaissance man of the ages, Mr. Odo Gluckensteiner. And Odo von Hubenguben. What is Odo's name? Hello, good morning. Odo, something like Huber Goober, some type of Huber name, something like that. Where's the Goober? Where's the Huber? Uh-oh. Well, all we got to do is stake out the hose. Are you just going to leave your hose here, Odo? Well, everybody gets hosed in your organization. So yeah, this must be where the chalk was applied and disapplied. But good thing about chalk, there's not a huge chalk shortage these days, so. Oh my God. Look at their sign. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, and then what? 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. You kept her home for 2 weeks? Yeah, that's a smart thing to do. I was trying to not do that when I was in the midst of my life situation. I was trying to like do all the cleanup every day. And Huber the Goober. Chalk sales are up in California. Yes, they are. The chalk business. I am not a professional investment advisor, but if I were, I may tell everybody, invest in chalk companies. Definitely invest in chalk companies because we got a great business model here. You know, we chalk around Scientology. They wash it away. Yes, he has his beard. He does have his beard. But that's a little easier to deal with for his lice infestation. And then again, it could be scabies. So we'll be monitoring the hair situation on Odo. We'll be monitoring that situation very intensely for the upcoming period of Odo viewing time. So yeah, imagine if your little part of saving the planet was chalk behind you. Yep. Your part of saving the planet is riding around on a bicycle for 20 years, 30, 40 years, spraying down sidewalks when people write cult with chalk. Oh, there we go. There's my brother in arms. Awesome. And I see we have more chalk here. Good. Let's check it out before it gets washed away. Let's go check out the profound messages contained in this chalk event. I like it. It looks like very comprehensive coverage. Nicey. All right. It was obviously already rinsed away, and he put it right back there. You are loved. See, a positive message. I like it. SPTV. How you doing, man?
Good, how's it going?
Good. You got it washed away by Odo, man. You're getting legendary here.
Did you get it? Did you get it on video or no?
From a distance.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw somebody over there. I'm like, and it was you. I'm like, I saw it. I'm like, he's hosing it, but like, no, that's it's Davey.
Yeah. Good to see you, dude.
You too as well.
What's your channel again?
MD Media 18.
Right, MD Media 18. Everybody subscribe. This is Call Your Daughter. Phil Anderson, Call Your Daughter.
Laura.
Oh, that's Laura's dad. Okay, right. Laura, yeah. Okay. Bob Ferris, Call Your Daughter Liz.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Make sure, everybody, call your children, even though it's not 10 at night.
You notice the new shade tech?
Oh my God.
They're putting it up more and higher.
Oh, awesome.
They're doing that Saturday when I was here.
Hide behind your walls, Scientology. It ain't gonna work.
Totally normal.
Yeah, not culty at all. Free the lice. Free the scabies. Oh my God, you guys. So, the brilliant minds at Scientology, their solution is to cower ever deeper into their burrows. Look at this shit. You goobers. What the hell, man? So now you're going to put this around your whole cult, and it's not going to work. It's not going to work, Odo. Fail, flunky, flunky. But the fact that Odo is showing his face out on his bike, for all of you, oh my God. Yeah. I had a client who had scabies and just could not get rid of it forever. I don't know if she's gotten rid of it yet. I'm out of touch now, but you know, it was going forever, and it has a big psychological impact. Not as big of a psychological impact as getting abused by the cult of Scientology, but close, very close. So, yeah, man, here's the new plan. We are going to block ourselves off from the world. And notice this, see? You see down here, you got these moving blankets under the green mesh thing, right? That's so that we don't have visibility. Obviously, the green mesh alone wasn't doing it. So yeah, this cult is going to do, look, what did Jim Jones do before the end? Well, first of all, let's move to the jungle, to Guyana, whatever, and let's hide out in the jungle. And then when people came looking and wanting some answers, we all know what happened with Kool-Aid and whatnot, right? The thing is, in the trajectory of a cult, we have predictable things that happen as cults implode upon themselves. They get more and more insular. Exhibit Z. This is not Exhibit A of their insularity. This is one of many exhibits. But cults, they get more and more paranoid. They get more and more insular. And then they start getting aggressive. So what did Jim Jones do right before the Kool-Aid incident? Well, a U.S. congressman from San Francisco, where the People's Temple originated. That congressman went down to Guyana to find out what was going on because a lot of the constituents. Es una secta. A lot of the constituents were from the San Francisco area, so they got their congressman to fly down to go to Jonestown, find out what was going on. And so what happened was they went down, they had a meeting, it seemed fine. And the cult even agreed to release some members, and they said, hey, whoever wants to leave, go ahead, go with this congressman, you can leave, we're not holding anybody here, whatever. So some people decided they're going to leave with the congressman. They went with him. Well, then a bunch of cult members followed him, and gunfire ensued. The congressman didn't make it, as well as a few of the other people. It was an issue. And the Kool-Aid incident happened, I believe, the next day, because they knew, like somebody's going to come for them now that they have murdered a U.S. congressman. Okay, so my point is that when a cult is going downhill, just in the way Scientology is as we speak, getting insular, cutting themselves off from the world, nothing new, but as we see, we have more and more levels of it. It gets tighter and tighter, worse and worse. And then we see now Odo somehow suddenly feels at liberty to ride his little bicycle around and show his face, where last week he wasn't doing that very much, if at all. Okay, the bike guards have transitioned. No, not in that way, not yet, but that's coming. The bike guards have transitioned from just riding around mainly in this little parking lot to now we see Odo riding all over the area. And so, what am I saying? I'm saying that being insular is one of the things that they do as they're falling apart. But being more aggressive outwardly is another thing they do. Okay, so it's like they go into the fortress, they put the alligators in the moat, and when anybody comes near, they start shooting the arrows. So, what can we expect now? Especially if Scientology is losing hope of using this arbitration bullshit to stay out of trouble. Now what are they going to do? Well, my prediction, they're going to keep trying new stuff. And it's not only going to be that they close their doors and that they lock their windows and that they pull down all the blinds, but it's also going to be that they start getting a little bit more reactionary towards us, the freedom fighters of the world, the champions of goodness. We are going to notice a new attitude from them. That is my prediction. Oh, that's right. I should stay here because the longer somebody's here, the more of a chance that the chalk remains. That's right. Because obviously they're going to be a little bit too wussified to come out here and spray down this chalk if somebody is watching them. And predictability. There he is. There he is. How's those scabies, boy? Odo spreading scabies around the parking lot. As a community service, as one does. See, he's getting a little bit more dauntless and defiant. And that tells me that little Odo has something up his sleeve. And although we're all waiting for him to officially come out, I think that's not it. I think, well, one thing is they've started putting up signs saying, you know, be quiet because they have religious services going on all day. So obviously they're setting that up to start calling the cops again. So I'm going to have to check into my my ordination as an ordained minister, according to DOA, my legal representative. Ministers can use bullhorns. Now, I don't need a bullhorn because I am a bullhorn. And my voice does just fine without any unnatural amplification. Thank you very much. But the issue is, can they shut down free speech of one religion because they're claiming another religion is having a religious service? Like, if I happen to be meditating kind of loudly, is that a crime? If I happen to be praying or praising the Lord at a high volume, would that be a crime? Really? That's what I wonder. Any of you legal eagles could answer that question. Yeah, so that's what inquiring minds want to know. Be careful of the cult. That's good. Some people don't know. She said, we know. That's nice. I'm glad when people know. So, yeah. I think, see, it's like back in the days of the Soviet Union, we had Kremlinologists. Kremlinologists studied the little things like who's sitting next to who as they watch the parade. That'll indicate, you know, who's more in favor with the leader. Because nobody knew what was going on in the Russian leadership and the Soviet leadership. So you had these Kremlinologists that would read the tea leaves, that would read the signs. Well, I'm a little bit of a Scientology Kremlinologist, Kremlin scientist. I'm a Kremlin scientist. Yeah, that's it. And so you learn to read the little changes in tactics, right? Like, okay, now we got a new fence tech to go along with the window tech, right? And so, you know, that tells you, oh, yeah, they're trying something new now, you know. And then you see sometimes the guards, they come out in public. Sometimes they speak to people. Usually they don't. Usually they stay in this parking lot right in front of us, right here. And they just ride around in circles. And they try to stay out of earshot from anything en theta, any unauthorized information that Scientologists are not supposed to hear. They try to stay away from that. But every now and then, David Miscavige has a new personal revelation. And, you know, Xenu speaks to him, gives him new updates. And all of a sudden we get something like, you know, green curtain tech to hide the mystical secrets of a parking lot. And to insulate them from the upset of freedom-loving people around the world. 3, 2, 1, join the countdown. Oh, yeah. I mean, who wouldn't want to join that countdown? The countdown to the end of Scientology. 3, 2, 1, hip, hip, hooray. Scientology is almost over. They can't get new members. And knowing Scientology, you know when you have those bad salespeople that can't just chill, like as soon as they close the deal, they got to try to upsell you on more stuff. You know what I'm talking about, right? So the thing is with Scientology, they're supposed to bring in more money every week. Well, if they don't bring in new victims, how are they going to bring in new money? They have to squeeze their current victims harder for more money. That's how they do it. And so what happens is, when you have a situation like this, it's the same in a real church, right? If you have a real church, not like Scientology, but it works in a similar way. You got a real church, and some new popular pastor moves into town from another, at another church, starts drawing people away from your church. And then what happens? You get less of a congregation. Now you got to do more fundraising with your current congregation. And then you got to squeeze them harder. Just like Scientology is squeezing for more cash. And then you get more people that are like, maybe I want to go check out that other church too. Right? So you get a snowball effect of attrition, of people leaving. Okay? That's what's happening in Scientology now. Everybody in Scientology is being squeezed, and nobody new is coming in. So the existing people, the Sea Org members, are getting squeezed because why aren't you recruiting? Hey, don't blame the protesters. That can't be the reason. Obviously not. So you get that thing going on. And then you get the public Scientologists who are being squeezed to sign up for more and more classes so that the Sea Org or the Scientology employees that are not Sea Org can have better stats, and they live off of stats. They are judged completely by their stats, and no outside factors are allowed to be considered. Remember that. This is so important to understand Scientology. If there is a blizzard and all roads are closed, Scientologists can't say, well, my stats went down because of the blizzard. They are not allowed to say that. Scientologists are never allowed to have an excuse for their stats going down. There is only one reason your stats are going down. It's either because you are having evil thoughts or you are connected to somebody with evil thoughts. Those are the only two options for your stats going down. That's it. Not the weather, not hundreds of protesters with bullhorns saying it's a cult, not the fact that you're shutting down, closing all the windows, locking all the doors. No, you can't consider that as a factor. You're not allowed to. You have to increase your stats. Well, how are you going to increase your stats if you're working for Scientology now? How are you going to do that? Well, you can't do it by getting new Scientologists in, because they're not even trying to get new Scientologists in the door. because that would mean they have to walk outside of the door and speak to strangers in the public. And they're too scared to do that because it could be an SP. It could be a protester. They can't take that chance. They're terrified. So what they're doing is they're squeezing their members. They're squeezing the people who have signed contracts to work for Scientology, and they're squeezing the Sea Org. And when you squeeze stuff too hard, things pop out. And that's what's happening with Scientology, and that's what's starting to happen more and more and more. And there's going to be a day very soon. Yes, thank you. Do not forget to hit the like button. Thank you very much, Magnus. And so the only way is to squeeze people. That's going to make more people leave. The more people that leave, the harder they squeeze the remaining people. And sorry, no, I didn't want to. I believe they'll use the internet more to bring in revenue. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, they're trying that. Offering online sources and all that. Absolutely. Yeah, thank you guys for hitting like. I really appreciate it. I know I'm being overshadowed here by the breaking news, but you know, that's what happens. I like breaking news. I will, when I get home, I'll start, or even in the car, I'll start watching and catching up on this because I want to hear all of that. I hope our lawyer friend Zach weighs in. I hope it's worthy of him weighing in. Oh, there I saw Mr. Bicycle Boy. Yeah, I just figure I want to stand here by this chalk work because I think that will stop them from coming and spraying it down. And the longer it's up, the better. And the more frustrated they get that they cannot come and spray it down, the better. That's an awesome thing as well. Because these people are so scared a lot of times, they won't even come near you because, you know, they can't take the risk somebody's going to save Xenu or whatever. Run. Okay. I hope you're not telling me to run because the speed of that running would not be akin to lightning bolts, let's say. But yeah, hopefully the Scientologists will run. You know, emotionally, psychologically, they're running right now. They are completely caving in. So, do we have any more updates on this news? Any more analysis on, like, if this, is there any answer on whether this is an actual precedent setting ruling or not, or if that's up in the air? I'm curious if Aaron said anything about that. Yeah, we definitely have a little more action, a little more scrutiny going on. I don't know what they have planned around here, but something's a little different, you know? Like I said with the Kremlinology analogy, it's like when you come out here and, you know, honestly, obviously these places are so damn boring, really, because, I mean, I think that's their main strategy. Be boring on the outside and we'll get bored and go away. But luckily for a large group of my people, you'll go Snoop. There's that lawyer Zach that's on the foundation that could interpret. Yeah, I just wondered if he already did or whatever. Because I think, as far as what I know, the whole question is going to be, does this set a legal precedent or not? Now, everything, I guess, sets a precedent, but I think it's more binding or whatever. If it's published, it's like a different level of precedent, something like that. But like I say, I'm no lawyer. I'm just kind of going off of what I heard on the internet 3 months ago or whatever. So, not claiming any legal brilliance here. But, and the fact is, even if it didn't set that kind of precedent of where it's published, I'm no longer creating my, can I create a second analytical mind? No, don't do that. No, it'll make you twice as stupid, Magnus, because the analytical mind is the dumbest part of us. What we want to do is we want to get rid of the reactive mind, as they call it in Scientology, and I'll use their terminology for now. And what we want to do is we want to replace it with our intuition, because intuition is way smarter than one more analytical mind. Analytical minds are highly overrated. I work with people with highly analytical minds, and I lived in New York most of my life, where it's too much thinking. Too much thinking. Uh-oh. What are they bringing in now? Oh, yeah. One of those lift things for enhanced curtain technology, I would assume. Oh, yeah. They're going to hide. Hide your shame, culty boys. Look at that. They got 2 of them. What do they call those things? That's what they use to block that sign about leaving Scientology. Oh yeah, they're gonna block this whole damn place off. Enjoy the last view. Well, I guess they can't block this this driveway. We can always have the driveway. It's the cult of Scientology. Oh, that's a nurse. Okay. Don't want to mess with nurses. Well, some nurses maybe want to mess with them other ways, but remind me of some of my favorite movies from adolescence that revolved around the lifestyle of nurses. Joking. But anyway, so yeah, they're closing themselves off from public scrutiny more and more, somehow thinking that's a good idea. Like, that's a really good way to further the ambitions of the cult. Now, you guys, anybody who's followed my channel for a while, since the beginning, back in the old days of like January, really haven't been doing this long. It feels like a lot longer. But I made videos and I made analogies in a lot of videos to the Berlin Wall. Well, here's a lame-ass Berlin Wall. Very lame Berlin Wall. Guard towers and death strips to be added later, obviously. But Um, what happened in East Berlin that made them create the Berlin Wall? Well, what happened was that everybody was leaving East Berlin because there was no wall. They could walk across the street, they could be in West Berlin, and then they could get a West German passport, West German identity, and they could just be West German from then on and never go back to East Germany. So East Germany was losing all of its most educated people, and it was losing all the young people. And they were basically in a situation of last one out, please turn off the lights. That was an East German joke. Okay. So what did they do? One night, late at night, they just started building the Berlin Wall, and they put the soldiers all over everywhere, and they started shooting people that tried to cross over. And by morning, people were just standing there slack-jawed looking at this damn thing. And, people were separated from whatever, 1960 to 1989. Okay, 29 years. People couldn't see their relatives, their friends, whatever. Okay, cults and dictatorships are very, very similar. And here you see Scientology once again replicating the moves of the East German Communist Party. It's amazing. Waltech, get some. So block out the world, cult. Block it out. Block it out. So, pretty soon they'll be calling the police, saying that we are disrupting religious services. But I happen to be about 100 meters, maybe less, from any potential religious service with no megaphone. So, yeah. Go ahead, send them. Maybe you could say, I was waving a certain thing around. No, not that thing. But the way Odo is going past previous boundaries, something's up. They got a 3, 2, 1 join the countdown thing going. We got Odo out of his cage circling around on his bicycle. And they're keeping an eye on, when's this guy going to get out of his driveway so we can come and wash away that chalk. Probably driving them crazy not to be able to wash away the chalk. So, ha. You'll be visiting in November. Let me see. Yeah, I remember that wall coming down too. I lived in Berlin 2 years before that. And I will be visiting San Francisco again. I have a visitation I would have gone last weekend, but I had visitors, and I have to find out if I actually have a place to stay, so that'll be an issue. But yeah, I will definitely be there, and I will be. Well, sometimes I don't like to let everybody know when I'm going somewhere, but it is a cult. We had somebody from one of the hospitals come and read all the chalk stuff. I try not to film the nurses too much. Hello, Mike. DOA is going to San Francisco now. Yeah, that's awesome. I would like to just do a huge road trip. I got to have a bunch of work done on my car, so that's kind of holding me up. But I would like to do a massive road trip. Look at the brazenness of Odo. Brazenly, heroically, nonetheless. Riding around on his bike, talking in his walkie-talkie. I think he has a plan, that little boy. How's them scabies, Odo? Hope those scabies aren't hurting your... Yeah, is he going to rinse anything off on the other side? I don't dare leave my spot because I don't want all of this amazing information to go to waste. SPDV Foundation 726-266-5797. If you need to escape from your dangerous child trafficking cult, please call the SPTV Foundation. Well, thank you. I love doing the work too. Oh yeah, I want to go to Austin so bad. Number one, to meet Pearl Snappy and join her. And number two, or was that Pearl Snappy? I can't even read this. No, I don't think so. Okay, I want to meet Pearl Snappy. I want to join her out there. I'm obsessed with this Austin story. I don't know why. I am kind of in the world headquarters, the highest concentration of Scientologists in the world. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with the Austin story. Maybe because I'm obsessed with the audacity of Pearl Snappy. That might be part of it. That is part of it. But also just the idea of Texans and Scientology. I don't see how that matches. I don't see how those two things go together in any sub-reality. Okay? Texans, to me, are the opposite of Scientology in all ways. So the idea that they could even get enough Texans in a room to have a meeting for Scientology blows my mind and kind of destroys part of my image of Texas. Not that it's all totally positive, but, in terms of not taking Scientology type bullshit, it is. My sister moved to Texas, and at one point, she moves into this neighborhood, and yeah, it is. J.R. Ewing. I was just telling my daughter about that yesterday. That's funny. I was telling her about Dallas, the old days. Yeah. But, now I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, well, whatever. Couldn't have been that important. It's just me. But, yeah. Anyway, the whole idea, first of all, I want to go see Kill Tony in Austin. I want to go to the Comedy Mothership. Absolutely. Really. and just catch some of that crazy Texas wildness, that the world loves so much. Look at Odo just peacocking. That boy's peacocking. He wasn't able to show himself like that. So see, now he's flaunting his presence, right? Because he had to hide his presence for so many months. And now he's just going back and forth like, look at me, look at me. I'm not hiding anymore, yay. But now they're building all this green shit, so we won't be able to see you, Odo. You'll just be driving around the parking lot evermore, once again, being a goober. And so, excuse me, still getting over 420. Got to clear those lungs out. Another thing that's cool when we have both driveways covered is that oftentimes when I'm standing at that other driveway, cars that are parked all the way over there will come over to exit from here, so they don't have to drive by an SP. But now when we have another SP over there, well, now we got double SP coverage of the exits. So there is another exit. We do need one more person. Oh, they actually picked one up. They didn't leave it out here. Okay, I get it. Working for the cult. Taking away their skyjack. What's little Odo gonna do if he can't skyjack anymore? Hijack. Oh, well, he could snorkel. I hear Odo's very good at snorkeling when he's not skyjacking. But, that's all rumor, and we shouldn't spread rumors. We should not spread rumors about Odo, because that's not nice, and he could get interbulated, and we would not want that to happen. Because if Odo gets interbulated, what hope is there for the rest of us? That's my question. Yeah, that's my colleague on the other side of the parking lot here, shouting. See, they realize they can't pull out of that parking lot because too many cars around here. So the guy tried to pull out here. But he soon noticed he would have hit that black pickup truck or something. So now he has to go out the other way. And going out on L. Ron Hubbard Way is a good way to go, because very few people ever use that road. It is the North Korea of Hollywood. You were hoping it was somebody saying, "Let me go, I want to be free." Look at this. See, we got Scientologists up on the balconies up there. I swear to you, evil plans are afoot. Okay, there's too much visibility of these people right now. Evening? Where are you? Where it's... Oh, Keith! Oh, right, yeah. Is it already evening there? Damn. I don't even know what time it is here. But I guess it's past noon. So yeah, I guess that'd make it around 8 at night for you or something. Something like that. 7 or 8 at night. Maybe 9. I don't know. But yeah, midday here, lunchtime, something around that. 8:21, so I guess it's 12:21 here. Xenu loves you, Xenu loves you. But mainly Glarzok does. Past 9 p.m. in Sweden. Okay. Meant early. Okay, yeah. I didn't think it could be late evening. Yeah. But anyway, here it is. Warm enough day, little cloudy, little uncharacteristic humidity for LA, but totally warm enough. But not, a lot of people that visit LA from Europe, from the British Isles and such, if you come in June, expecting, beautiful California sunshine. Not that it's June now, but this is kind of the way it gets a lot in June. They call it the June gloom. And it's because you get this cold ocean and interior is hot, and it brings, it's warm enough, it's fine, but it's not sunny usually until the afternoon. Sometimes not at all. And some people who come for a sun vacation to California for 2 weeks in June, they get really bummed out. I've seen Swedes be angry at it. I thought California's supposed to be sunny. I'm like, yeah, well, drive 10 miles inland and it is forever, But right at the beach, not so often. Not so much sometimes. Anyway, enough of that boring shit. There goes our bike guy. He's going straight down the sidewalk. But like I say, up on these balconies straight ahead there, lot more activity than you usually see. We are reading the tea leaves. Sometimes when something like a bad court decision happens, Scientology gets a little crazy. They get a directive from their leader, like, we got to show today. We got to show them we're dauntless and defiant today. Or what? They get some dumbass thing from David Miscavige, some half-baked idea. And they all go and do this dumb thing for one day that never works. And it's total humiliation. And then, of course, they go back and say, oh, it totally worked. It was amazing. We set records. It was in the newspaper. The mayor was blown away. Everybody couldn't, And you go ask anybody on earth or in that town, and they're like, what the hell are you talking about? It's like when, I think, what was it? I think it was Chicago or something. No, it was Portland. Portland was having riots. And Scientology, David Miscavige made a speech where he claimed that Scientology single-handedly stopped the riots in Portland because they passed out a bunch of these Way to Happiness booklets. And the fact is, the booklets were being printed when the riots started. So later on, the Portland people, they were being printed, but it was the act of printing the booklets that stopped the riots, because the pure intentionality of the awesome Scientologists just made the riots stop. Yeah, blow me, dude. What the fuck are you talking about? So, yeah. They take credit for any bullshit that comes out of their mouth, that comes through their head. They make shit up. They lie. They're evil. I mean, lying is the least of what they do. I mean, who gives a shit about lying? Who has never told a lie? But they're so obvious and stupid about it. They're so clumsy about it. And they tell lies that Well, if you're in the cult and you don't have access to a computer or whatever, you can't check it. But everybody else in the world can check it. Everybody else in the world has the power to fact check those lies and figure out it's all bullshit. And so they do. But, that doesn't really make it through the little green curtain of Scientology, the little window tech, door tech, blind tech, of Scientology. Nobody cares, you people. The only reason we care about this is because you're hurting children, you're ripping off vulnerable people. Nobody cares what you believe. Nobody cares all the, so-called spiritual beliefs of Scientology. Go ahead, man, go for it. You want to have a church service and pray to L. Ron Hubbard once a week? I will support that wholeheartedly. Okay, please do. We will still come by to laugh, but please do. So again, sptv.space. Fluffer Squirrel UK continues to go above and beyond for the SPTV community and to bring us resources. She started off with giving us a comprehensive worldwide listing of streamers, protesters, and now she has made it interactive to the point where you can see who is streaming live in the moment. And you can see like who's on a road trip, I guess. I mean, one thing I would say, Fluffer Squirrel UK, I didn't see where there was like a thing that showed what all the symbols mean. Like, I don't know what the diamond means. I think that means somebody who used to be in Scientology. I'm not sure. I mean, it's just from yesterday. So anyway, maybe a little thing that shows what the symbols mean, or maybe I missed it. I can't say that I looked that carefully. But anyway, well, luckily, sptv.space keeps up with all the channels, so you don't have to. All you have to do is have it on your computer. In fact, have an open tab. Have a tab for sptv.space open at all times. There is a key to the symbols. Okay, I just didn't look carefully enough. I shouldn't be asking for a key when I haven't even looked carefully enough. I realize that. My bad. But, keep an open tab at all times on your computer, and that way you can go onto SPTV right under the live list. Diamonds or Survivor. That's what I thought, based on who had the diamonds. But keep sptv.space on an open tab, and then periodically you go back to that tab, you hit a refresh, you see who's streaming, make sure to subscribe to everybody on that list, please. Okay, whether you watch them or not, subscribe, hit the bell, and when you do watch them, hit the like button. Like right now, everybody please hit the like button. Unless you hate me, then don't worry about it, okay? We don't want any forced love like in Scientology, where you got to stand up and clap and say hip hip hooray when you're not really feeling it, when they just scammed you out of 20 grand again. And you got to be like, oh, hip hip hooray, I'm so excited about the curtain tech. Yeah, 58, pretty good, I'm happy, but I'm greedy too, so let's get it to 100. But anyway, on my channel, if you think it sucks, tell me, no problem. No fake hip hip hoorays, no fake likes, None of that. But on all the other channels, I don't care if it's fake or not. Give them a like, give them a subscribe. Hell, even give them a hip hip hooray. I don't care, whatever. But let's spread the love around, because Xenu loves you so much. Because he does. If Xenu doesn't love you, who does? Yeah. Channel hopping through the day is something I do also. Another good thing to do is keep some open tabs with some channels going, even if they're muted, whatever. You know, just keep these live streams so they're being watched, so there are multiple watchers. You know, we want the numbers to be huge, because we want to take this to a new level of social awareness now. Okay, we've been in first gear for a while, and we kind of have our group of people that know about this, the fans, the people that are into this story in general. And now I would ask all of you, tell 5 new people about this stuff. Tell 5 new people, and tell them to tell 5 new people. Give them a channel, doesn't have to be mine, but give them a channel, refer a channel to them to subscribe to. Refer sptv.space to all of your friends and show them how the resource works. That's good. Yeah, it's good to use different method, different places to stream. Absolutely. I don't have Twitch, but you know, could be a good idea. But oh, there's an old guy over there having a hard time getting to his fleecing. So yeah, like everybody, subscribe to everybody, get the numbers out, tell your friends, you know, let's get this thing happening at a new level, because this is the new paradigm for protest and social change, people. This is the democratization of protest beyond anything that has ever happened before in human history. Anybody watching my channel or any of these other channels is in effect protesting Scientology, okay? And in the past, you had to be local to be able to come down to the protest. Now you can be in Northern Ireland, Sweden, Wales, Japan, Australia, it doesn't matter. You can join in. You can be part of the conversation. This is radical. This is a dramatic change in human history. It's amazing. And you guys are why it's happening. I mean, we wouldn't be here very long if it wasn't for you. We'd run out of steam real quick. But you guys make it happen. And so now we need to spread it. We need to spread it to like 10 times, 100 times more people than ever. And there's somebody holding a cell phone, talking into it while they're driving. No bueno. And obviously, as Scientology hunkers down ever more, oh, look at that. We got people sitting outdoors, probably smoking or whatever. I don't see the smoke, though. Oh. as I say, something's about to go down in this struggle, because anytime Scientology starts losing battles, they start getting a little crazier. They start getting that got nothing to lose vibe. And they hunker down and they lash out. That's what they do in Scientology. So I'm going to move a little bit now. Because I think I've done my job watching this chalk for quite a while. Let's see what's going on the other side. And I would like to give a special thanks to DOA, because I had a tripod that broke very recently. And when I came and visited DOA the other day, Saturday, I believe, he's like, hey, you need a tripod? I was like, actually, yes. So thank you, DOA, for my new tripod. I appreciate it very much. So let's see what's going on over here. Let's see what foolishness looks like from a different angle. Let's observe the slow death. I think we need a t-shirt advocating for excuse me, that THC is clogging up the passages. So we should advocate for euthanasia for cults that are dying in misery. It would only be humane to somehow put this cult out of its misery. Don't you agree, spy cameras? Yes, you do. So we know that euthanasia is becoming more and more popular as the population ages. There we go.
Great day to be in the cat, not a great day to be in this cult.
Another uplifting message. Sorry, man.
Scared the heck out of me.
Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you.
Oh my gosh. I heard something in the back of I heard a voice.
I thought you saw me coming. Sorry about that.
Wow.
I had twice. I had people come up right behind me on skateboards too, real quick, and then jump off the skateboard, start running up behind me. I was like, "Whoa! What the hell just happened?"
Oh wow, my heart was jumping from it.
Well, I kept watch on your chalk over there. It's still there, you know, till I left. But you know, Odo keeps coming around to see if anybody's watching it. Right. So
I'm gonna keep moving. I guess we'll just keep moving around. Right?
Yeah, I'll just watch this chalk now.
I'm gonna head down that way a little bit.
What's that?
I'm gonna head down that way a little bit. I want to get some more foot traffic.
Yeah, cool. So let's see the messages that we have over here. Well, you guys are probably channel hopping all over the place, so you probably already know. But I don't. SPTV, that's right. Oh, nice. Oh yeah, they won't want this to last very long. SPTV Foundation 727-266-5797. Too bad we've all lost the ability to remember phone numbers these days.
I told you the joke. You'll go broke.
It's not too late to leave. Call your family. Child Abuse Awareness Month. Kids can't consent. Stop Scientology. Elder abuse and trafficking. No more kids in Scientology. That's right. Wake up. Oh, everybody's arriving. Oh no, that looks like a nurse uniform. Okay.
How we doing today, sir? Beautiful day, isn't it? Can I ask how long you've been involved in Scientology? You wouldn't mind asking a few questions? Have a friendly conversation with me? I promise you, I'm a very nice guy. Thank you for listening, sir. Have a great day.
Oh. Let's look across the way. I see somebody over there. Are they spraying it down? Looks like it. I can't really see what the guy's doing, but I think he might be spraying it all down. That's okay. Oh no, he's not. That's just a dude with his dog. Okay. He bent down and I thought he had something in his hand, but it was just the leash. So that guy, okay, we don't have it sprayed down yet. Who knows? They might already sprayed it down before I even looked over to check. Because they are efficient with some things. Oh yeah, there's Odo. Now Odo has definitely determined that nobody is keeping an eye on it. So it's only moments until Odo calls in the spray squad. But we'll hold this one down for a while because we got some important messages here.
Can you mute it real quick?
Oh yeah, 1 second. I'm not even sure if I know how. Oh yeah, that's how. Sorry about that. We just had to mute things for a second to have a little bit of a strategy session here. Things are afoot. But anyway, what are all these people coming for on a Monday? I wonder. Don't do it. It's a cult. It's a cult. It's a cult. Are you going to go pray to Xenu? Xenu, Xenu, rest in hell with L. Ron Hubbard. That's the song. How much money are you going to give them today? Everything. That's the answer. Everything. Oh no! Oh no! Rejection.
No, I'm not bothering anyone with. I'm not harassing any of them. I'm just talking to them, telling them they're loved. I'm not harassing anybody. How are we doing, sir? Beautiful day today, isn't it? Have a great day. Remember, you are loved. Thank you, Lady Bob. I appreciate that. Oh, hey, buddy.
Buddhism is cheaper. Wouldn't you people agree Buddhism is cheaper than this? Has to be. Oh, there he is. There's the precious, precious Odo. Pressy dude. Scabies or lice? Which one is it today? Scabies or lice? My people want to know. They demand information. Are you interbulated? She looks very interbulated. She looked really super interbulated. Don't you guys think? Oh, big audit day? Okay. 60, yeah, 65, now 67. Not many streamers in LA last night? Yeah, well, I guess I should have been out there then. Xenu loves you, ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, let me see. What am I missing here? Okay, big audit day and all that. Almost everything. Almost everything's cheaper than Scientology. True. Crabs in the eyebrows. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for giving me intelligent questions to ask. I alone could not come up with all of these. Join the cult today, before it's too late. Make sure to join the cult today, and make sure to give them all your money. Now, some people say, oh, don't say that, because then they will join, they will give their money. Well, the thing is, we want them to feel the squeeze. You know, because if we say give them all the money and then they go in there and they try to reg them and get more money, you know, it's going to kind of have an impact, I believe. You know, the mystical part of me wants to believe that. Make sure to give all your money to Scientology. They need it. They're saving the world. It's very important. Give all your money to Scientology, please. You don't need your money. Scientology needs your money more than you do. How dare you keep all your money and not give it to Scientology? Give your money to Scientology, please. There we go. Little narky Odo and the police. Let's see what's going on.
Oh, that good? Okay. You want to wait up to him or you want to drop it there?
Do you guys like getting calls by Scientology?
Hey, sir. We're just doing our job.
Can't choose it, man.
I know you're doing your job, man. I'm not one of these people yells at the cops and everything, but I just wonder, does it make you go crazy sometimes to be called multiple times a day?
Hey, sir, we're just here. We're just here. If they call, we come. That's all we can say, sir. If you say
Sounds more like Buddhism than Scientology, what you're saying.
On your end, if you could kind of, tone it down.
What's
a
that?
little bit. On your end, if you could kind of tone it down.
Tone what down? I'm just talking to you.
If you're causing trouble for them.
I'm not causing trouble.
always come out. Hey, sir,
I'm not causing trouble. I don't have a bullhorn.
I
I'm
could tell you're chilling.
not blocking driveways.
Continue what you're doing, sir.
I'm doing nothing illegal. Neither is that other guy. You think you're going to make it to the full billion years? Because a lot of people, the angry gay pope says he doesn't think you're going to make the full billion. He thinks after like 200 million years you're going to give up. But I don't know. I want to get it straight from you. Because a billion years, I think it's like 12 million lifetimes. I mean, considering eternity is eternity, 12 million lifetimes is really a drop in the bucket, obviously. So when you lose a body, Thetan, what does it feel like physically? Is it like a whoosh or like an orgasmic release? Like what does it do when you lose a body, Thetan? No answer, see? If I asked an evangelical, what does it feel like to be saved by Jesus, to accept the Lord Jesus Christ as your personal Savior, I bet that evangelical person would tell me how amazing it feels. Give them your money. Make sure to give them more money. The evangelical person would tell you the amazing feeling, the opening of their heart and all that stuff, right? They would tell you all that. But he won't even tell me what it's like to release a body, Thetan. I mean, that's one of the main selling points. Why wouldn't you advertise that to the world? It's so confusing. Oh, there's a bucket boy coming. Okay. Okay, I see a bucket. Like the Lady Chablis. Who knows the Lady Chablis from that movie? What was that movie? Whatever. But anyway, the Lady Chablis. Hello. She said, what the hell was that movie? Whatever. It was about Savannah, Georgia. And the Lady Chablis said, like my mama used to say, 2 tears in a bucket, motherfuck it. And I always thought that that was a very inspiring quote.
Did he go this way, sir?
What's that?
The security guard, did he go this way?
I have no idea. He's riding around on his little bicycle. But please find out, does he have scabies or lice? Because he shaved his head. It's getting really... All these people around the world really want to know whether it's scabies or lice. And he won't answer. And it's a public health issue. I don't know. Because that shaved head is very suspicious. Give them your money, 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 money. No, not Lady Chatterley. Lady Chablis. It was that movie with Kevin Spacey. It was like not Fear and Loathing, but it was like Good and Bad, whatever. It was this novel, and whatever. Anyway, it was a trans, what was called a drag queen in the day, the Lady Chablis. And when something, I don't even remember what happened, but she said, like my mama used to say, 2 tears in a bucket, motherfuck it. Odo is it? Odo, it's Odo. It is Odo. No, I've maintained a good distance, a very healthy distance, and had a nice calm cycle with cops, which is good because the masters of communication today, number 1, me, number 2, the cops, and number 1 billion, Scientology. So, the cops said, just, chill, just take it easy and chill, which is exactly what I'm doing. Exactly. And, and now they're taking up more time, more valuable police time, and forcing the police to answer questions in this non-committal way of the, I know, it could be my big chance. I know, those bed bugs. I think it's bed bugs. Yeah, okay. I'll tell the police that so they know. Because I think the police should know when we have a public health emergency going on. It could also be bed bugs, I just found out. That's what my people said here. Their theory is bed bugs. So, no, it's a public health emergency. I thought, police should be alerted. Right? You take care too. Now, when I say I'm not one of those people that screams at the police, I don't really have an issue with anybody that does. It's just not my vibe. It's just like this dude up here, his vibe is thank you for lurking. His vibe is spreading the love, right? And that is kind of my vibe. Mine is more snarky than that. I spread the love on my day job, but this is my extracurricular go out and get crazy on the streets job, What was their big message to you?
I'm being a nuisance. Don't stop doing the chalk. They didn't see that I had chalk on my hands or that I was doing it.
Right.
Just stay out of the drop.
But it's not illegal, right?
No.
Right. But they can always say don't do it just to mess with you.
Yep.
And pretend like there's a law.
And thinking I would agree with them, or
Right.
I knew better to do that.
Totally.
They said, Matthew? I said, I'm not answering any questions. So they knew my name right away.
Right.
They're watching all our streams. It's all good though.
Yeah. Hey, more viewers.
More business cards.
Right. You got their business cards?
Oh, heck yeah.
Cool.
Every time I have to.
Every time?
Yep.
Nice.
You can show them what it says.
Yeah. Show my people.
Which one do you want?
Any.
I mean, look at this.
I mean, look, they were nice. They were.
No,
laughing,
they were, and you get a lot
because
further.
these aren't the Hollywood ones. These are the the East Hollywood.
Yeah, see that's.
You put the clear cognition on there.
So here's where the 2 officers.
Okay.
I'll let you do it, and then on the back is what it says.
Kim and Garcia. Yeah, but those numbers don't mean shit. Radio call of disturbance because requested by subject on sidewalk. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That sounds like a real problem.
A real emergency.
You know, yeah.
Waste our money, our money.
Hey, I mean, if you're a cop and you're like, every day I just want to go home alive, the more minutes you can dick around at Scientology,
Better.
the more, minutes of the day you're not hanging out dealing with gang stuff and
exactly.
whatever, right? So I get it. I'm lazy. I would do that too.
I'll protect this area.
Yeah, I'll be totally in charge of
I might be harassed.
the red brick road where nothing ever happens, you know. I'll put me in charge of that for my whole career until retirement, right? But the thing is, what I find interesting now is that you got that wall, that green wall going up. You got Odo riding around
Like a hawk.
openly now.
Yes.
So something's up, you know. Every time you see him change a little strategy, it's like, I mean, it never amounts to anything really, but
Right.
like I tell my stream, it's like back in the day with the Kremlinologists. I used to study like Soviet politics and all that when there was a Soviet Union. And like, you know, the Kremlinologists, they would study stuff like who's standing next to Brezhnev at the parade, you know, and who got demoted to the back row, who's in the front row, and right.
Geez.
And they would study all that stuff because there was no open information about what was going on
Oh, okay, makes sense.
right in the Kremlin, right?
Right.
And so when you study a dictatorship, you're really like reading the tea leaves on everything, you know. And so you see all of a sudden the guards are riding around here when they used to only be in the parking lot. It's like, okay, they had a meeting, they came up with a new thing, you know. So
Oh, they're coming out with new ideas, new strategies, trying to get us out of here. They're talking. I told you, Pasadena. They're trying to get a restraining order against me.
right.
I told you that.
And I saw a thing with Jessica there, and they were talking about that from, I guess, in the last few days or
Yeah,
whatever.
they were there
But
Thursday night, and then I went Friday night.
okay,
So that kind of put us all on the radar.
and Pasadena is another total other city, other jurisdiction, whatever. Right.
And I've been told
What would their basis be?
graffiti. They're going to turn it over. Well, no, Pasadena City Police Department's going to turn it over to the city attorney for graffiti, defacing the property.
Yeah, but if chalk's not illegal, it's not graffiti.
And 3 officers told me the same exact thing, and the other 3 are trying to say, no, it's illegal. And they're going to try to
Show me the law.
They're going to try to pursue charges. I said, okay.
Right.
And they also knew my name there.
Yeah, but the fact is they didn't put you in cuffs right away and take you down and you know.
No, they were somewhat nice in the beginning, but then after that, it's like, nah.
They just don't want the calls, you know. And they want to flex, you know, some muscles to be like,
See if I'm weak or not.
just don't do it. Right. Yeah, because 90% of people back down. A cop tells you don't do that, they don't do it.
Okay.
Right?
I'll leave.
Because,
They asked
I
me to
mean,
leave.
most people are never in that situation where they learn, oh, don't listen to the cops, they're just lying. You know, like, it's either criminals or lawyers that know that shit
And
usually.
they asked me to leave. Like, can you
Right.
pack it up and leave? I said, no, I'm not going to leave. I'm not,
Right.
not planning on leaving. I'm not going to
Yeah.
listen to that.
Yeah.
And my chat was just like, stay. I mean, it went from 40 views to 300
Yeah.
instantly.
Yeah.
People were in DOAs and came over to mine.
Right.
Talking to Chris's. It's just like,
Yeah.
dude,
Totally.
I don't expect that. I don't expect, you know what I mean? But
Mhm.
people wanted more eyes. And then a Pasadena resident came over and she was watching. She's like, nope, I'm not having this. She laid into the cops. So it was nice to have someone else there.
Oh, so you don't even live in Pasadena?
Nope.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
I always go by myself.
Right.
So I mean, a little nervous, of course, you know, being by myself. But that
I'm
was
usually by myself,
comfortable when
but
that resident showed up. And
I always joke about it every day when I hear sirens like, when are they going to come and get me? I need some street cred, man, you
and
know?
I'm learning to tell the difference between an ambulance and
Yeah,
a police
yeah.
car.
It's usually ambulances around here. Yeah. All right, man. Have a good day.
You out of here, or you just keep
I'm out of here. Or
up
at
the
least
good
for the first shift.
Yeah, for sure. All right,
Take it easy, man.
being here.
My pleasure. Thank you. Okay, everybody. Thank you guys for being here. And I'll just I'll let you walk me to the corner. Oh, damn. That's almost like the goldenrod SP declare color of a pickup truck there. Anyway, just pack up my tripod a little. So yeah, it's really interesting just watching all their little lame little machinations. It's fun, you know, not unlike a game of chess. Slightly less complicated, but somewhere between tic-tac-toe and chess. But anyway, basically, I got confirmation that they really got nothing on what I'm doing, you know, like keep it down, take it easy, whatever. That's not really a legal order, I would say. So, you know, there was no accusation of any wrongdoing. I think that's nice. And we got a third possibility for Odo, bed bugs. Cops seem to think that was an interesting theory. So we do like, you know, giving interesting theories to the police. Oh, Eric's right around here. Oh, cool. Okay. Let me find Eric. I want to do an interview with him, but not right now. But looking to join a cult?
The CLD.
CLE.
No, CLO. This name.
CLO, meet at door 1306. That's 1306 there? Yeah. The thing is, they're very afraid of people on the outside, so usually you have to knock a lot. You got to like really make some noise because they're scared of the free world. And come on, Klo. Klo means toilet in German. Come on, toilet. Thank you. CLO. CLO is Klo. It's KLO in German, whatever. Whatever. Looks like somebody actually was able to do a real delivery. All right, you guys. Well, thank you very much for all of your warm-hearted assistance today. And I will catch you later. Bye-bye. Oh, and, you know, give it a last-minute like if you haven't already. That would be highly appreciated. See you later very soon. Bye-bye.